Hey, I'm JR, and on this season of Trail Mix, I'm gonna take you around, under, and through Arizona. Join me in my quest to see the best trails that Arizona has to offer, from the iconic spots to the hidden gems. Along the way, we'll be diving deep into what makes Arizona's trails some of the best in the world. So come on, let's take a hike.
While getting out in nature can be enjoyable on its own, there's no better way to enjoy the outside than with your family. Children see the world in such a unique way, taking time to notice the things we adults sometimes miss. Today I get to explore the world with my 7-year-old daughter in Pine Top. Then later we'll join some new friends of ours to enjoy a gorgeous hike just outside of Phoenix. We'll also chat with a children's health expert about how to get your kids started on their first hike, no matter what age they are. But first,
welcome to Pine Top.
Trail Mixed is made possible in part by a gift from Sue and Bill Ahern. And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Located centrally in Pine Top Lakeside, Woodland Lake Park is a fantastic place to spend the day with your family. With plenty of amenities including play areas, walking paths, sport fields, ramadas, lots of room to boat or fish, and miles of hiking paths connected to the lake, there's an activity for everyone.
Hello, today we are hiking around Woodland Lake and I have a special guest with me. This is my son in the sky, my greatest creation ever.
Nia.
What's one of your favorite things about hiking?
Well, the fact that you get to be outside in nature with your friends or family.
And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're gonna spend some time in these beautiful pines. Are you ready?
Yep.
Well, come on, let's.
Take a hike.
You can take my line anytime. What's usually here in these signs?
I think, like, activities to do.
Yeah, every time we've come here before, there's been instructions for fun things to do for families in between each sign. But since they're not here today, which is totally cool, that gives us a chance to come up with our own.
Ooh.
Do you have any ideas for any activities we can do until we hit the next one?
Leapfrog?
Yeah, you wanna do leapfrog?
Yeah.
I'm really big, so you're gonna have to really leap the frog.
Okay.
Yeah, with you, it's a little different. I can just go. But you're really gonna have to bullfrog it. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. All right, my turn. So we gotta do this all the way to the other one. You ready?
Yep.
It can be hard for kids to focus on walking a trail. Making a game out of it can help little minds stay engaged. Woodland Lake Park has activity signs that get swapped out regularly to help inspire you. You can pick activities that challenge your children physically, build their brains, or connect you emotionally.
We did it. Okay, so sign number 2. What do we, what if, okay, this would be a good time for us to rest. What if we tell each other one of the dreams that we've had recently till we hit the next one?
Okay.
You cool?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to breathe so I can actually talk.
Okay, so once I had this dream and I was in a cage with a tiger. The tiger was nice.
Thankfully.
But then there was these sides with leaves, but once I walked through one of the sides without leaves, I could get through, but the tiger couldn't for some reason.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Scary.
Ooh, I have an idea of what we should do next.
What?
Let's do a race.
A race?
Yeah.
All right, just like a sprinting race?
Yeah.
Do you want a head start or?
Yes,
Yeah?
yeah.
How much of a head start?
Like
Like to where?
to like that plant right there.
Okay. All right. So you want to do a 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Count it off.
3, 2, 1, go.
No, it was because of the bag. It was because of the bag. My pants were falling down. Yeah, it's just I had all types of things going on, and I was struggling there. How'd you do?
I did fine, but Daddy,
What? What?
you know you always lie.
I'm always lying about. I was lying about the bag in my pants.
Yeah.
If you look, we can do the instant replay, and I'll show you. I was running with my pants up, and this bag was flapping like this. Some grabs it. What's there? No. This is not fair. I'm carrying our water. I'm at a disadvantage. I'm at a disadvantage.
Well, it's fair because you're always taller than me and you have longer legs.
Yeah, you're right. That's why you got the head start. You're right.
I still win.
You did. You won. Since we've been moving so much, what about a meditative walk where we just are silent and just enjoying nature?
Okay.
You want to take a few deep breaths before we start? Here, come. We'll line up. All right, a few deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Eyes closed, nice and relaxed. Deep breath. One last one. Deep. Okay, you ready? Here, let's do hands. Okay, silence.
While activities can help keep your child engaged, don't be afraid to just take a moment to guide your child in how to relax in silence and enjoy the moment. Both meditation and spending time in nature have been shown to reduce anxiety in kids and adults.
Okay, and here we are. How was that?
Good.
Did you have your eyes closed most of the time?
Yes.
Me too, but I was like opening them just a slit just to make sure I wasn't crashing us into a tree.
While we were in Pine Top, I stopped to ask Kathy Whitney, a pediatric nurse practitioner, if she had any health tips for hiking with kids.
So I take care of kids every day. I do everything from checkups to sick visits to mild injuries to giving guidance on how to be a healthy kid.
What is the best age to introduce them to hiking?
And you can actually introduce kids really at any age, even small infants. They can be worn, they can be put in a stroller. So young babies to teenagers and everything in between can absolutely be introduced into hiking.
So how would I introduce my son or daughter to hiking?
Just explaining to them, hey, hiking is nothing complicated. Hiking is simply walking outside and enjoying nature. And it is fun. Talking about what do you want to see? What are you interested in? What wild animals can you imagine that we could see here in the White Mountains? And making it fun of let's do an activity, starting there and then building up. Kids need, school-age kids up through teenagers, need about an hour of exercise, physical activity every single day. So encouraging kids in a fun way to pique their interest, to show them how beautiful our state is, because from top to bottom, Arizona is pretty immaculate. We're pretty lucky to live here.
I had an idea. What if we pointed out plants and animals that we saw till the next section?
Ooh.
You know what I
okay.
mean? Any plants, any animals we see?
Okay.
All right, I'll help you up. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, what do you see? Big rock, does that count?
Yes.
That counts as a
Tree.
plant or an animal?
Tree.
Okay, tree. Pine cone, does that count as a plant or an animal?
It's a plant.
What about the human animal? I see a lot of humans on the trail today. Grass everywhere. Grasses, various.
Patch of flowers.
Yeah, do you know what type of flower that is?
I think daisy.
I think, yeah, because the daffodil's the one you blow and they go everywhere, right?
Yeah, but daisies don't have purple stuff under the petals, and those ones have purple
Yeah?
stuff under the petals.
Animals. Remember that bird we heard earlier that was like,
Yeah.
sounded like somebody was cracking open a soda bottle. Never heard a bird like that in my life.
Me neither.
Oh, big bird, huge bird right there, huge bird.
Big, big, big bird.
You see it?
Yep.
Big bird, tiny bird.
You're the big bird, I'm the tiny bird.
Oh, little bird right there, little bird right on that tree. You see him hopping?
Yeah.
They get so close to us here. I think they're comfortable with humans.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
That plant kind of looks like a vegetable. It kind of looks like cabbage.
Do you remember seeing this plant?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what the name is?
Lamb ear?
Yes, lamb's ear. Good job.
Aw, geese. I hope they don't hiss at us.
No, I don't think they will. It'd actually be kind of funny if they did. You're my little baby goose.
No, I'm a baby kitten. I'm a kitten. You're my dad cat.
So what's next?
I'm tired. Can we sit over there on that bed?
Yeah. You want a snack?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got. Daddy came prepared. You know, water and food snacks are vital for being on trails.
With snacks, we want to go healthy, more natural snacks. So things like apples, oranges, fruit that you can pack, granola bars, nuts, stuff like that. That's going to be natural sugars and natural energy that's going to be more sustained. The problem with more sugary things, a candy bar, things like that, it's going to give you that instant burst. Then you're going to crash. So you want something that will give you sustained energy.
That makes sense. Like a fibrous fruit takes your body longer to extract the sugar out. That's the idea, right?
Exactly.
But something like a drink pack that's 30 grams of added sugar, it's like, it's just all of it
You
at
feel
once.
great for
Yeah.
about 30 minutes and then you're done.
So how do you manage water for, how old are your kids?
My kids are 5 and 8.
So how do you pack water for them?
So I always say pack more water than you think you need. On a day-to-day, especially in Arizona, our kids, our younger school age kids, need about 3, 4, 5 cups of water a day. So comparing that to like the plastic water bottles that we get from the grocery store, 2 cups in each of those water bottles. So my oldest could easily go through 2 to 3 of those bottles. And then the bigger that we are, the more water we need. Yeah. We need more when we're active. So if we're doing a strenuous hike and sweating, we're losing more water. So pack more water than you think you need.
That's actually less than I would have thought. So just one, like a regular water bottle?
Uh-huh.
Wow, okay.
For a little kid,
Yeah,
a little
right,
kid.
right.
4
For
or
the
5-year-old, they need
5-year-old?
about 1 to 2 of those a day when they're not being active.
Got it.
So we need, as an adult, when you're not active, 2 liters or 4 of those a day.
Thank you so much, Kathy, for chatting.
Yeah,
I feel more prepared. Yeah, and you have such a calming energy. I feel good to bring my little human on the trail for sure.
well, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
We've made it to the last marker and we have one final activity to do.
Can we put our rocks down?
Yes, we can. These things are getting heavy, please.
Woodland Lake Park has a neat little feature called Sadie the Rock Snake. It's a huge line of rocks that stretches a surprising length along the path. You can bring a rock you've decorated and leave a little memory at the park.
What'd you paint on yours?
I painted a donut.
Okay, and I have a peace bird, wanting peace for the world. We've been to this place multiple times. We love Pinetop so much, and it's just really nice to finally leave our mark. We've never actually brought painted stones. So the next time we come, you'll have to keep an eye out for your...
Donut.
And thank you, as always, for hiking with us at the Woodland Lake Loop. We had an amazing day. Beautiful wind, beautiful nature. Anything you want to say to the people?
And we'll catch you on the next trail.
There you go. You killed that.
Pine Top, I've learned a lot here, and you've been a wonderful escape from the heat. But now, I think it's time to say goodbye and head back down to the valley. If you're located in Phoenix and Pine Top is just a little too far of a trek for you, I've got just the place. Tucked away at the northern edge of Cave Creek is a stunning 26-acre preserve. It's a desert oasis where tall cottonwood and willow trees grow alongside one of the few perennial streams left in Maricopa County. It's a wonderful place to get away, take in some wildflowers, or just cool down in the creek.
Welcome to Jewel of the Creek Preserve.
To learn more about the preserve, today I spoke with Vicki Preston, the president of the Desert Foothills Land Trust.
Desert Foothills Land Trust. So we are on a land trust right now?
We're on a land trust preserve, yeah.
For the uninitiated, what exactly does that mean?
I know, right? That's the question of the day. It's a question we get often. Desert Foothills Land Trust, like many other land trusts, we're a nonprofit organization. And our main goal is we work with landowners to help protect the most special places that make our desert so unique. So places just like this, the Jewel of the Creek.
The Jewel of the Creek Dragonfly Trail is a fantastic place to introduce your kids to hiking. Named for the dragonflies that buzz around its banks, the Dragonfly Trail is a shady oasis filled with greenery fed by the waters of the creek. On today's hike, I brought Nia and invited our new friends from AZ Family Guide.
Hey, what's up, man? Tyler?
Tyler.
And Shelby?
Yeah,
Hey,
hi,
good to
nice
meet you.
meet
Good to meet
you.
you. And who do we have here?
Aviana.
Aviana, good to meet you.
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Hey, good to meet you. Low five, high five, middle five, space five. Can you make it? Space five. Put your rocket boots on. And you guys, I have my daughter here, Nia. Nia, everybody, this is Nia. Nia, this is everybody.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
It's our hiking crew for the day. Today we'll be hiking the Dragonfly Trail at the Jewel of the Creek Preserve. Come on, everybody, let's take a hike. Let's go. As a family, what do you guys get from hiking and getting outdoors?
Well, we don't claim to be health or exercise experts, but we like to get the kids outside, get them in tune with nature, see this beautiful state. You know, today's society is all about screen time and games, which is fine, but we like to have a little happy medium, if you will. And this is the best way to do it, living in Arizona, you know?
Yeah, it's good to find that balance. Like, as soon as you vilify a thing like screen time and completely shut it out, then that just makes them want it more.
Yeah, for sure. I also think just hiking with us, like it really gives us good quality family time without like a lot of distractions from other things.
But the best distraction is, oh my gosh, there's a deer.
Deer, yeah.
It's real nature. This place is gorgeous, isn't it?
Hey, I'm pretty sure we're getting closer. I can hear the water.
Oh, awesome.
yeah, I hear it.
I hear it, I hear it.
What direction do you think it is?
I think it's that way.
Is that where it's coming from? All right, let's check it out.
Lead us.
Lead us the way.
Come on.
Ooh, look at these.
I know, these swallows are beautiful.
They're
Super
so
tall,
tall.
right? All right, Lincoln, this one right here, this big tall one, how old do you think that cactus is? How many years do you think that's been on the planet?
Like 100 years.
That might be right. A cactus that tall could be anywhere from Like 100 to 300 years old. How old are you?
4.
Okay, so how many of you is that? A lot, right?
A lot.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to see what's next? There's saguaro everywhere over here.
This feels soft.
And they're so healthy.
So what was one of the longest trails you guys have done as a family?
So the longest trail that we've done with the kids is a trail in the Superstition Mountains. I would say it was a little over 3 miles altogether.
How was that for them?
Oh, it was so beautiful. Great views, little elevation, and they did great.
Little explorers.
Yeah, they are.
They have good examples, huh?
Yes.
Dad, there's a abandoned mine.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Stay alive, stay out. Wait a minute. Wait, Dad, can we go look in there?
Well, read the sign. What does the sign say?
It says stay out.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the mines that are on the trail?
Yeah, so we have at the Spur Cross parking lot, there's the Phoenix mine. And then a little bit further downstream, we have the Maricopa mine. So those are 2 pretty large mines in the area. And in fact, the very first town called Liscum was basically right up top here. And it was formed because of those mines. So there's a lot of history around the mines here. Of course, those are off trail. We don't encourage people to go into those. They're not safe to go into. But just learning more about the history of the mines and the kind of North Valley gold rush we had back in the day is pretty fascinating.
Oh my gosh. I
Go over there and play, Lincoln. Look.
Wait. Oh yeah, we made it.
Wow, this is beautiful.
Yeah. Really nice.
Wow.
It's like a beach.
It's like a beach.
What are you guys' go-to trail snacks?
We stick with like protein bars, chips. We'll even make sandwiches, bring those. Whatever is like good for the kids.
Let's talk about stuff that's not good though. What's the naughty stuff? Because you gotta bring some naughty stuff, right?
Yeah, well, we'll pack like these little gold chocolate coins.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll throw one on the trail and he'll find it.
Find treasure.
Yeah. Can't restrict them from everything, right?
Right.
Even us.
Because we grew up eating the same stuff, drinking the same stuff, so.
What are some other hikes that you guys enjoy to do?
In Arizona, a couple of our favorite hikes have definitely been Water Wheel Falls in Payson. That is so fun. We also really enjoy Sedona. So going up to like Grasshopper Point and Oak Creek.
Oak Creek is beautiful.
Yeah, we love water trails.
Yeah, I think the water hikes are important for kids because as you can see,
Yeah.
like they're good. They're
Yes.
so good. And they would stay here easily for 2 to 3 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. While the parents kind of collect themselves. But let's be honest, like, even as a kid, I'm sure like the idea, it seems boring, the idea of just walking. But then if you know
Right.
you're going to a waterfall or a swimming hole,
Exactly.
it becomes so much more exciting.
Yeah. So if there's either like a water destination or a summit, it's so much easier with kids than just like a regular hike.
Part of our mission, aside from the actual land conservation, is finding people a way to connect to nature, because what we do is really preservation of our desert, and people protect what they love. And so if you're not giving people opportunities to fall in love with the desert, the work we do is forever. So we need to make sure we're passing that torch of conservation on to the next generation. So getting people outside, getting them immersed in the desert really helps us with our perpetuity.
You know what I noticed is this trail has a lot of young people on it. So I think that mission will definitely be fulfilled by this accessible trail.
Absolutely. My favorite thing is coming out here and seeing families. You know, as we talked about, part of our mission is connecting people to nature. I love seeing kids off of tablets. They have literally the world in front of them to just play and explore. And so it's one of those things for me, it's like a mission moment. It reminds me of what it is we're doing.
As I went through both Woodland Lake and Jewel of the Creek with my daughter, I was deeply reminded of how important it is for us as adults to get out in nature, but also for us as our children's guides to get them outside and remind them how important it is to reconnect to the outdoors. No screens, no cubicles, no desks. Just us spending precious time with our families.
AZ Family Guide, you guys have been amazing to hike with. To the little ones, thank you so much for joining us. It's been really cool to meet you, Lincoln. And to you, as always, thank you for hiking with us, and thank you for joining us on the Dragonfly Loop Trail at the Jewel of the Creek Preserve. And as always,
We'll catch you on the next trail.